Good morning, second grade math students. How are you doing today? It's good to be with you. And today we're starting our next topic of study. We are starting topic 11, and this is a unit in subtraction. And the lessons are laid out just like they were in the addition, three-digit addition unit, which was the previous unit of study. And these are just three-digit addition subtraction up to 1,000. Okay, 1,000. Right, so let's get started. The first lesson is going to be about taking away 10 or taking away 100. Okay, remember when you take away 10, you are taking away a long. Okay, this is a 10 value, and when you're taking away 100, you're taking away a whole flat. Okay, so take away, subtract. Okay, and you're either going to subtract 10 or you're going to subtract 100. Right, let's go ahead and read the focus question. We are on page 473, and you'll need your workbook, and you'll need some base 10 blocks if you want to work with the base 10 blocks. You'll need your whiteboard and a marker. And you'll also need your place value chart. Okay? All right, let's get started. I can subtract 10 or 100 mentally using what I know about place value. Okay, and we're on 11.1, and it's page 473. Okay, one more time. I can subtract, let's take away, 10 or 100 mentally using what I know about place value. Okay, here we go. Right, and we are on page 473, and we are going to do the solve and share. Jill's Pumpkin Patch sells straw men. A large straw man costs $134. Okay, circle 134 and write it on your board because that's important. $134 for the large one. A medium straw man costs $10 less. Okay. A small straw man costs $100 less. Okay. What is the cost of a medium straw man? What is the cost of the small straw man? And it says use dollar bills, place value blocks, or mental math to solve. Be ready to explain how you solve the problem. So when we have 134 minus 10, we're thinking about what we know about place value. We have 134, and it's 10 less. So it's minus 10. So we go to the tens column and we take away 1. 110. And if we take away 110, it becomes 2 tens. So that answer is going to be $124. Okay? So if we go to the get our answer for the small straw man, we are taking away 100. So we're starting with the same number, 134, and we are taking away 100. So we're taking away from the hundreds place value. So we are taking away 100. So our answer is 34, 3 tens and 4 ones for the small straw man. Okay, and you know, I know this because when we take away 110, we're going 1 less in the tens place value. And when we are taking away 100, we're going 1 less in the hundreds place value. This is 100, this is 110. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and turn the page. And in the visual learning bridge, they explain the concept to you that I just explained. And they are explaining it by saying you can use mental math to subtract 10 or 100. Okay, so when you're subtracting 10, you are using the mental math to go less in the tens when you are subtracting the tens. And when you're subtracting the hundreds, you are going less in the hundreds. You're going down in the hundreds. So you got the hundreds and you got the tens. Now the trickiest part is going to be when you're doing that, you're changing from the one place value to the 100s to the tens when you have to regroup. And I'll show you where that is. Okay? So let's go ahead and do some problems. Let's go ahead and start with 200, and we want to go 10 less. Okay, so when we're at 200 and we want to go 10 less, we are taking away 110, except there isn't a 10 there. So we have to think about regrouping. Okay, and we're going to take away 100, and we're going to move it over here. Okay, and then we're going to go back 10. So 100 minus 10 equals 90. Okay, but we don't need to put the 0 there because the 0 is here. It's just 9 tens. So if we have 200 and we're minusing 10, we have to count back to the next group of hundreds, which is going to be the 100s, and then we're going to go back to the 90. Just like we did with the addition when we had 190 plus 10. Okay, it goes to the next hundreds. Even though you're only adding a 10, you still have to regroup. Okay, so that's going to be the most challenging. So let's go ahead and see what they say in the guided practice. Subtract, use place value blocks or mental math, then write an equation to show the subtraction. Okay, so we have 214. So I'm going to draw 200, 110, and 4 ones. And they want me to subtract 10. Okay, so I'm taking away a 10. So I'm going to end up with 200, 0 tens, and 4 ones. So the equation is going to be 214 minus 10 equals, what's left? 204. Okay, next one. It says 525 minus 10. So 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. And we have 25, 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're minusing 110. So we cross off a 10 and then we count it up. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 525 minus 10 equals 515. Right, let's go to number 3. Number 3 is 738 minus 100. So the hundreds are going to be, at this point, simple to count back because you're going back one whole 100. Okay, so we have 700, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, and it is 38, 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 plus 4 is 8, 10, 20, 30, 700. They want you to go back 100. So the only place value that's changing, the only digit is the one in the hundreds place value. So you're minusing 1, and you end up with 600. Tens stay the same, and the ones stay the same. So now we have 638. So there won't be any tricks in this one. So we have 738 minus 100 equals 638. Okay, there's no tricky in between tens and regrouping. At least not at this point, because we're only going to 1,000. Okay, let's do the last one, and then I'm going to set you off on your own. And we have 100, and they're asking you to minus 100. So 100 minus 100. So you've got 100, and you're taking away 100. So you're going to end up with 0. Okay, let me show you what that looks like. 100, 0 tens, and 0 ones. And if you take away 100, you will end up with 0. And the equation will look like this. Okay, so remember the trickiest part is going to be when you are working in between the hundreds and when they're asking you to go back to the 90s of the previous 100. Okay, that's going to be the trickiest part, right? So for the hundreds place value changes. For the tens place value changes. And the other two stay the same. Okay, or the other two stay the same. All right, let's go ahead and read the question again. I can subtract 10 or 100 mentally using what I know about place value. Okay, and get that done today, and tomorrow we will, I'll see you again tomorrow to do 3-digit subtraction using models. All right, take care.